Want to know how to successfully cross the obelisk?
This is a story of how they saved me.
Want to be able to easily do over 100 damage with a single zero cost holy spell? Then this is the build guide for you. Hello and welcome. In today's video I'm going to be covering how to put together the holy damage build for Reginald in Across the Obelisk. Now this is a very fun build to play, and I've also had a lot of success with it. It works by focusing on holy damage, and in this guide I'm going to show you how to get the most damage out of our guy Reggie. So I'll start by explaining how this works. Bless. We as Reggie start each turn by gaining 1 charge of Bless. We want to stack as many charges of Bless as possible, and there are cards to help us do this. Each charge will increase our damage by +1. By dealing damage with our holy spells, we will also be applying Sanctify on our enemies. This stacks, and per charge the enemy will have holy resistance reduced by -1%. Before we start a new run, let's have a look at our perks. You can divvy up your perk points in the General tab how you see fit. However, I do recommend taking a point in extra energy. What we really want to focus on is over in the Mystical tab. Put as many points into holy damage, sanctify, and bless as possible. Choosing these perks are going to help you get the most damage output. When you start a new game, your deck will look like this. We want to use the buildings in town to edit this deck by removing, adding, and upgrading cards. I won't drag you through the whole process, but instead show you the deck list. So this is what your deck should look like. This does require some gold and shards, but it shouldn't be too hard to obtain a similar deck list. We are at the smallest deck size with 15 cards, 4 of which have vanished, and we have upgraded all our flash cards so they now also draw us a card. This is important for later in the game when we can reduce the cost of holy spells. We do want to remove all heals and barriers because our position is as damage dealer. Don't forget to check out the armory for equipment at each town. You will want to prioritize picking equipment that grants extra bless and sanctify charges or increases holy damage. This will help the damage output for Reggie. Now you have your deck and equipment for Act 1. Upon reaching level 2, we want to select Divine Retribution. This will allow us for 4 turns to do holy damage back to the attacker when damaged. This will also grant you 1 bless charge, so Divine Retribution is a perfect addition to the deck. Now once we have reached town in Act 2, our deck list shouldn't have changed very much. We don't want to convolute our deck, so this is what our deck list should look like. If not, repeat what we did in town in Act 1, that is, remove, add, and upgrade cards. Again, don't forget to check the armory for equipment before leaving town. Again, prioritizing equipment that grants bless, applies sanctify, or increases holy damage. Once we reach level 3, we will again be able to select a trait. Chastise is amazing, and selecting this means the first holy spell we cast each turn will add a randomly upgraded holy smite card to our hand that costs 0. A perfect way to up our damage. Once we hit Act 3, it's the same process as before. Remove, add, and upgrade cards for an optimal deck. Check the armory for items to increase Bless and Sanctify charges, and items that increase our holy damage. Once we hit level 4, we also reach a new level of power. Holy Crusader. This trait is awesome and will allow us, when active, to do holy damage and apply Sanctify to all monsters when we cast a holy spell. This also grants us Bless charges, so overall a great AoE source and boosts our damage output. Now in Act 4's town, we just rinse and repeat what we did in previous towns, and our deck is looking something like this. A little tip or hint here: if you find a duplicate item and purchase or pick up the item, instead of replacing your equipped one, it'll combine into an epic version with increased stats. At level 5, we will gain access to our last trait, Reverberation. This is what will turn us into a holy DPS god. So now when you play a holy spell, you will reduce the highest costing holy spell in your hand by 3. Suddenly, all our smites are free, we gain an additional smite, and not to mention Flash drawing us more cards. What can I say? Now your quest to cross the Obelisk should become a lot easier. Well, there you have it. Follow this guide and you should be a holy DPS god, doing massive amounts of damage each turn and giving you an easy way to successfully cross the Obelisk. I hope this video was helpful. Please leave a like if it was, and feel free to add your thoughts, theories, or questions in the comment section down below. That's it for this guide, and until next time, peace.